Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. With you, Manena, and today we're going to be talking about what do Formula 1 drivers drink during a race, plus why do they drink from a straw? Okay, so we all see Formula 1 drivers during races and after races, and it's so funny because in the past they used to drink during the race from a straw, but it was just not very practical, so they stopped doing it. They have a new way of drinking during a race, which I will be telling you in a little bit, as well as what do they drink, because we all think it's water, right? Or at least we all did, until a lot of videos started surfacing in the net. The funny thing is that not every single Formula 1 driver drinks the same thing. This is due to their different types of bodies, different types of needs in their bodies, etc., etc. We will be getting into that also in a little bit, and what we do see is, why do Formula 1 drivers drink from a really long straw? Like, can't they just drink from the water bottle? The correct answer is no, they cannot. You want to find out why? You're gonna have to watch this video. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. With you, Manena, and a girl talks Formula 1. And yeah, so Formula 1 drivers always have a drink with them, especially after races. It is obvious that they're going to be dehydrated after being almost 3 hours under the sun. It is known that some drivers can lose from 2 up to 4 kilograms in only one race. And this is mostly due to dehydration and, well, losing water in their body. The real question here is, what do Formula 1 drivers drink during a race? Some obviously do drink water, but the professionals actually choose an ideal drink for each driver. This is due to their different physical needs that each driver can have. It can also be due to their weight and their height, etc., etc. Other things that they drink are saline solutions and isotonic drinks, herbal extracts, or refreshing salts. But wait, salting solutions and isotonic drinks? What on earth is that, you may be asking? Well, a salting solution is basically what the name says. You put a few drops of salt inside the water, and this actually gives them, I'm not gonna say electrolytes, but the sodium that their body needs. Electrolytes and sodium are very different, but electrolytes always contain sodium. Because in order for you to absorb more water or retain more liquids, you actually need salt. There's actually this solution that they don't give it to Formula 1 drivers, but if anyone is ever dehydrated, especially during the summer, drink lime juice, water, and add a little bit of salt, and that's gonna give you a kick of hydration. But then an isotonic drink is a liquid containing high levels of rehydration. Yeah, kind of like electrolytes. It is low in sodium and helps the body absorb water. This is not an energy drink nor a stimulator as many of us might think. It just helps you with hydration basically. Now, if I were a driver, I think I would get the isotonic drink during a race. And what's funny about the salting solutions is that it can be a few drops inside your water, but did you guys know that salt actually makes treats sweeter? If you have sugar and you add salt, your treat's gonna be sweeter. Try grapefruit and add a little bit of salt on top. I bet you grapefruit is gonna be a lot less tart. So the reason why every single driver as well gets a different drink, it's because it has to do during their mental and physical needs during the Grand Prix. If you guys know as well, drivers have to be very careful with how much water they drink, because this can definitely affect their performance during a race, meaning that their weight can slightly fluctuate. That's why they also take a lot of care of what they eat, because they need to maintain a certain body weight in order to keep performing the same after every single race. I know, that's really tough. I mean, who doesn't crave chips from time to time? Well, in my case, like every day, but am I right? Okay, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, in the past, Formula 1 drivers used to drink from a long straw that they had attached to their helmet, but it was a little bit hard because every single time they wanted to drink, they had to turn to drink from the straw, and this would just cause them to get distracted, and who knows, maybe it probably even caused a crash or two. So now what they do is that they actually have an inflatable bladder and they pump it through the steering wheel, pressing it so that they can squirt water inside their mouth. This is much more practical if you ask me, because they're always holding the steering wheel And well, this pump just inflates, and there you go, water. And now, last but not least, why do Formula One drivers drink from a long straw? I mean, hello. Can't they just drink from the water bottle, as I mentioned? No. And there's actually a scientific reason for this. Opposed to the race, this is actually to avoid them from being overly hydrated. Because of the straw, the driver can only get a certain amount of water through it, allowing them to hydrate properly. As opposed to a water bottle, in which, imagine yourself, you're in a desert or you just had a really intense workout. The first thing you want to do is run to the water, splash it all over your face, that's okay. But have you noticed how you kind of get little spasms when you open a water bottle and then you just start drinking so fast? And then you go like your breath kind of like leaves for a second. This is what we want to avoid in Formula One drivers, because the straw allows them to get a certain amount. And the water bottle, they're just drinking, and then, hello, you have too much water now. Because, I mean, it's obvious that they need to hydrate as quickly as possible right after a race, but they just need to be careful how they do it. So this is it, my friends. Formula One drivers are much more disciplined than we thought. I mean, not that we didn't think they weren't disciplined, but I mean, that straw thing, it just, when I started reading about it, I was like, seriously? I had no idea that's why they drink from a straw. But then I started reading and I was like, I mean, it makes perfect sense, but wow. Like, I didn't know there was so much attention into details. Like, even the way they drink after a race. Formula One just keeps surprising me every single day. What about you guys? What was the thing that surprised you the most about today's video? Don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe to my channel, and of course, see you again next week in another episode of A Girl Talks Formula One.